welcome back to the 28th episode of the End of Always Said That podcast. We're so happy you're here. We're so happy to have you.
Very monotone.
We're almost 30.
Whoa.
Oh my God,
we're
we're
past our
almost over the
quarter
hill.
life crisis.
We are.
Now we're just old.
Yikes.
We need to get married soon.
Oh, we need to have
To
kids
another
soon.
podcast.
Well, as we learned from the guy at Shabbat, we have to get married before 30.
Yeah.
We have to do it.
Yeah.
We mentioned that on the podcast that he said that
Mm-hmm.
after 30 is just abysmal.
And he said, better yet, before you're 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
So if another podcast wants to propose to us, we're listening.
Or a podcast studio. I would love to make some money from this. If you're listening and looking to acquire a podcast that has absolutely no following
And has no value at
we
all.
have
but-
no further.
but has potential.
Yeah, we have so much potential. We have some fans.
What we lack in followers, we make up for in like mediocre personality.
And also, like, 3 loyal fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very loyal fans.
They're so
They will follow us to
incredibly
the ends of
loyal.
the earth.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
If you want to become our fans, just DM us. We chat with everyone.
Yeah. You
Don't
got
get
that
Colleen
right.
Ballinger.
Ooh.
Not if you're underage. We won't. We
will
will not respond.
Toxic.
I think you just had a stroke.
I think I did too. What did you say? Gossip toxic train. Taylor's version.
Taylor's version.
And she just announced 1989 TV.
She did.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're yet again filming a week in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I was listening to last week's episode at like the end, we were just spewing off things. I was like, I think she's announcing 1989 Taylor's version. Everyone was like, we said that last week.
Right now.
Done.
Done.
We said we didn't talk about Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater. Apparently this week they broke up.
Really?
Done. Yeah.
Whoa.
And we said we have a riveting date party update. There were talks of canceling it today.
Wait, so they both broke up their marriages to just stop dating?
Well, apparently I saw a rumor that the wife was like, they're fine or something.
Apparently
Interesting.
Ariana Grande was like, you know what? Go back to your wife. That's what I heard.
Icky.
But then the wife just took him back.
I mean, they've got some couples therapy to go through, but
They've also been
maybe they'll
dating
be
since they were 14, so I feel like she's just like,
She
they're
got proved
probably like
something, yeah.
morphed into one person. So
Mm. Yeah.
Well, also, do you remember the Try Guys drama?
Ned, oh yeah, Ned, he's still with
with his wife.
Oh, I did see that. Weren't they at the
They were at the
Arizona?
Arizona tour.
And he was in just like a furry coat and no
Wow.
shirt.
God.
Okay, Ken.
Could
Everyone was
not
making that joke.
be me if you cheat on me
Publicly.
Oh,
publicly.
Publicly.
You will never see or hear from me again.
The only way you're
So-
seeing me is me looking so incredibly hot on the internet. Because if you're
So
cheating on me
hot.
publicly, that means we're public figures.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're going to see me looking camp in the eye, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, if anybody ever cheated on me, done. My dad's friend cheated on his wife, and she cut out the crotch of every single pair of pants he owned, every single wetsuit he owned.
Good for
She
her.
ran over every surfboard he had.
As she should.
As she should.
Wait, who has the story about the guy sinking the boat?
Oh, I can't tell that story.
Oh, shit.
I love when women have hobbies.
I love that story.
I can't
Can
say
you change names?
Sure.
Just give the gist.
It was I'll say family friend who had a boat named after his wife. Let's call it
The Suzanne.
the Suzanne. And they were like kind of religious, and they found like God together like later on in their marriage, and they had all these marital problems, and only like you would know if you knew the family. And they almost got a divorce because she had gotten like an injury and had like a second childhood basically.
Mm-hmm.
So like shying away from the Christian stuff of it all. And so he ended up sinking the Suzanne when he thought that they were going to get divorced. They stayed together, and then she died.
R.I.P.
Unrelated.
Suzanne.
Yeah. Unrelated.
Quote,
oh my
unquote.
God.
Maybe
The boat and the
unrelated.
woman.
The boat and the woman. But he sunk the Suzanne.
Why, for the insurance money?
No, he didn't
For the
get
principal.
And then Suzanne herself
it.
sunk.
He was so distraught that he sunk the boat solely because he had named it after her. And then they didn't even get divorced.
Yeah, that's bad luck.
That's crazy.
Well,
And
that's
she
why
died.
she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should never get a tattoo of your you should never get a tattoo of your spouse or name like anything after your spouse.
Well, I'm named after my mom.
Well,
How's your parents' marriage holding up?
Actually, you want to hear something crazy? No, they're not getting divorced. No, they're not getting divorced. My mom said today that they have been together for 38 years.
that's insane.
I am 24.
That's crazy.
How insane.
In another life, you're 32.
In another life, I'm 32.
Yeah.
They met in 1985.
1985.
But yeah, so rip the Suzanne. Also, they, side note, they had a son who like died 3 times. He's alive, by the way.
Marco. I'm giving them names.
No, I can't even get into. That's another. That's
Did
another.
they get
story.
a second boat called the Marco?
No, but he died like 3 separate times. Okay, before we get into the Jonas Brothers, I'm proposing that our next actual like themed party, I saw this in a TikTok, is coming as the local niche celebrity from your hometown.
I saw that.
Dressing up as your hometown's.
Y'all don't
celebrity.
want to know what it's gonna be for me. I gotta dress up as a guy named Firebug.
Wasn't there a gay guy?
Gay Dave. It's
Gay
the same
Dave.
person.
Oh.
Firebug, also known as Gay Dave.
I think we should do that though.
Y'all want to
Oh,
see
God.
me in a thong?
My local my local like hometown celebrity is like this like old couple. It's a couple's costume needing
Oh
a
my gosh.
boyfriend.
And you're gonna get a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of characters from
Wait, can someone be the
hometown.
Uncle Magic?
Oh, I can do that.
Who's your favorite uncle?
Magic.
Every
I'm so
once,
enveloped in him now.
every once in a while, my cousin will make that his
Have you
caption
ever
on
seen the
Instagram.
We'll
commercial?
show you the commercial.
Oh
show you the
my god,
commercial.
it's the best
It's
commercial
so
ever.
funny. But yeah, I don't know how we got here.
Wait.
How do we end up talking?
No, we're on a time crunch. We can't sing.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Is our
Speaking of
panty
singing-
dropper the Jonas Brothers at all?
Panty dropper.
No, panty dropper is watching a man drive.
That's me. I would
We
like
could do
to
a
talk
duel.
about it.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, speaking of singing,
Can someone? I'm so serious. I need to see the track list because I'm gonna have things to say
Yeah,
about
pull it up.
almost
Talk.
every single
Talk
song.
while I pull it up.
so over this past weekend, we had the glorious
church.
experience of going to church. We went to church on Sunday. And
We
our
did go to
church,
church on Sunday.
yeah,
We did. We went to church on Sunday.
and our church was seeing Nick Jonas wearing the backwards hat
And a cutoff.
and a cutoff
Yeah.
and those white jeans.
Okay.
He was panty dropper of the week. Actually, all of them were panty droppers of the week. We
Yeah.
love hot dads.
Yep. Hot dads. Period.
Is that why you love the song Little Bird?
They just love their kids so
We'll
much.
get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get
Held
to
on
it.
to my hand the whole time.
Okay.
I was having a special moment.
We did. We had a
Celebrate
moment.
the opening track.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, someone celebrate with me tonight. Oh,
Oh, by the
so
way, when the Jonas
good.
Brothers came out, Nikki looks forward, puts both of her arms out, and goes, oh, and then turns around to the people behind us and goes, oh.
Like turned into a ghoul.
I just couldn't believe
I
it.
cannot
And the
remake
girls
the
behind us
sounds
were
you
like,
made.
yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe
I've
it.
never seen you act in such a way.
Like, it was so guttural and so, like,
You couldn't make that up if you tried.
Like,
Yeah.
one thing about me is I'm gonna be guttural, you know?
like I thought you had collapsed because you were on your knees. Like, I was very confused.
we took her to church.
you
we
literally
went
took me to the church for the
yeah.
first time, you know? Anyways.
It was an
So,
experience.
Then we get into Jonas Brothers, the album, featuring
Ugh.
SOS, Hold On. That's just the way we roll,
Hold on.
etc.
And I
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
and let me tell you, we were holding on to each other.
We were
Oh,
holding
yeah.
on.
We were holding on.
Someone.
Oh,
And
I
they
can't-
break
yeah.
your heart. Don't give up on love.
I was shaking my ass all
I mean,
night.
me and specifically Taylor and I's hands and fingers were so interlocked during that song. I think I white knuckled that whole song.
I was getting all my rage out.
Yeah.
I just have a question though. What happens when you look me in the eyes?
When you look me in the eye
And you tell me that you love me.
tell me
Does
that
everything
you
feel
love
all right?
me. Everything's all right.
And then I feel like, I don't know, this might have been where I took my first break because then
You did, yeah.
I heard Year 3000.
Yes.
And I sprung up like I've never sprung up before.
Oh, wait, actually, you know what I thought of when, okay, so Nikki and I had taken a break at the same time, so we were like leaning back on the seat, and we rose at the same time and twisted a little, and it reminded me of when we were, what?
Oh my god. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. That video of them.
When they won that
They
award.
won the
and
Grammy, and
and they were like literally at the same time, and we were angled
Oh my god,
the
I'm
same and everything.
putting that video in. Do you guys know
Yeah.
what we're talking about?
Okay.
No.
Oh, they won the Grammy and they both just like went,
They like
stood up at the same
they
time.
rose at the
turned
same
each
time
other.
and twisted around at the exact same time. It
Oh,
looked
it's
like they
so
they
funny.
planned.
Because normally, like when people win awards and stuff, they're like, "Oh my god!" or like they put their hands in their
Like
face.
so
but they
nonchalant.
they were
like-
just like, "Let's go!"
and literally
so funny.
the fucking same millisecond.
It was funny.
It was so funny.
Which brings us into the album.
Also, side note, can't stress enough how much it was 100 degrees in Yankee Stadium.
Oh, it was so hot.
Couldn't have been warmer.
My
Cannot
God.
stress enough that I wore leather pants.
You were
Why?
so brave.
So brave.
Why?
I was in a dress and I was sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just had nothing to wear. But yeah,
It was a
so
day.
You came fresh from Miami too.
I did.
Welcome to
I literally,
Miami.
God, was that day a literal fever dream?
Yeah.
That day was a fever dream.
Yeah,
yeah. That weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like to take a moment to talk about Summer Baby.
Oh.
Like I'm getting sweaty. I've got goosies, and I'm feeling like
Full
Summer
body
Baby.
goosies.
Yeah,
FBC, full body chills.
like
Yeah.
they just really did it with that song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else is there to say? Like, I want to talk about what else is there to say. Like, you feel like
we're
Summer Baby.
dancing in the light.
Yeah. Like, oh, I just want to be married.
Can't stress enough how you feel like Summer Baby.
I just
Heating up
wanna
my
be like-
body.
Sometimes I just want to be married. Sometimes I just want to be divorced.
Divorced.
Do you want
Yeah.
to set a timeline for yourself like I have publicly?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have, the fuck is this album called? Is it called Burning Up? Definitely not.
A little bit longer.
Yes. A little bit longer. Guys. Be Good. Oh. Video Girl. Ah. Love Bug.
Oh,
Love Bug.
Okay, can we talk?
Are they at fireworks?
Can we talk about the fireworks during
Yeah.
Love Bug?
Love Bug was what
And-
they played pre-intermission, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think
Right,
it
'cause
was
it had the
Burning Up.
fireworks?
Yeah.
Wasn't it
Oh,
Burning
was
Up?
it?
No, Burning
Oh.
Up
Oh, it
was
was Burning
before
Up.
Yeah,
intermission.
yeah,
It was Big Rob.
but
Love Bug, they had all of the pink, like the bracelets
Yeah.
were all turned pink, and like that's like one of those songs that will literally, like, I factually, contractually, like, write this down somewhere. That song will literally, quote me, write this down.
Quoting.
That song will literally never ever be bad ever.
No,
I've
never.
never listened to it once in the last, I don't know, fucking 12 years that it's been bad. It's been more
And
than
when
12
those
years,
fire-
but
It never doesn't hit.
when those fireworks came
Yeah.
out, it was. I mean, you could see everyone's like soul leaving their body.
now I'm down.
I added it to the podcast Crush playlist.
Because it's literally like what you feel like when you have a crush. Like when
Yeah.
the fireworks
It
went
is.
off at that time.
it's-
So
Because it-
crush coded.
It literally
So
starts out so
crush-coated.
mellow and cute and like wholesome, and then it's just fiery, and you want to scream and like whip your head and like.
Thank God we didn't have anyone in front of us too.
I know
Holy
for
shit.
some whatever reason, I think it's because we were at church and felt the presence of God.
Yeah.
There weren't any people that were in front of JoJo and I. And I could see really well for most of it.
Yeah.
I was headbanging. You know that I was whipping my hair.
back and forth.
And
Back
it was
and forth.
perfect because we did have to sit down at some points because I can't stress enough. the show was 3 hours, and it was 200 degrees in Yankee Stadium.
200 degrees.
Had to sit down after headbanging the Love Bug.
I
It was-
hadn't
yeah.
slept the night before and didn't eat anything, and was also in leather pants and heels.
Yep.
I went to church.
I was like, I mean, at some points I did sit down, but it was like when the songs I was like,
You
I
were
don't really
going
know.
the hardest out of all
You
of us.
definitely were,
and the most
Taylor. You totally
consistently
were.
the
You were
longest.
consistently,
consistent
yeah.
like most of the time.
I was at church.
She was slow and steady,
Yeah.
where I was like rapid.
Where like if I knew the song, I was
Up.
I was making it
Yeah.
everyone's problem if I
Yeah.
knew the song.
And
Yeah.
then because the girls behind us knew every single song, and I was like, I can't not know this song. I was
you
like,
can't
they're gonna.
let them see you falling.
Yeah.
I struggled with that a little bit because I don't really know the album lines, vines, and trying times as
Yeah.
well as I
Either.
should for being
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
concert. So
Yeah.
for that whole portion, I was kind of like,
We were both just like,
don't look at me.
So at
Yeah.
one point, I was like, just look forward and like pretend that you're like you
Literally.
knew that.
You know what's funny though is that I like the Jonas Brothers, but I was going because we were all gonna go.
Mhm.
I didn't realize how big of a fan I was. I knew most of the songs that played.
I
Oh, so
love them.
good.
Because we went for their first tour like when they came back,
Mhm.
and we like randomly went like down an hour before the show, got cheap tickets, and I remember the show being really good. This show
You're amazing
was
live.
It was
so
stadium show.
good. They are such good performers. Like
Yeah.
So good.
Nick got the crowd. Like I feel like they were all very different. Like Nick got the crowd going. Joe's just so naturally like non. And then
charismatic.
Kevin is just like. So I love him.
When he waved, the
Yeah.
whole
He's
stage,
finally
we
getting
also start
the
chanting Kevin at one
recognition
point.
he deserves.
Yeah.
My only wish is they had like screens because obviously we were in like the 200 section, like save for people higher up. I wish they were just like a little bit bigger.
I
agree.
They
They
were a
were
little bit
small.
small for my liking, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have liked them just a little bit bigger.
But next up, huge for us. Burning Up. Guys, what was going through your mind when you saw Big Rob come out on that stage?
I was shocked I didn't lose my voice the way I was screaming.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Rob! Big Rob! Big Rob! Big Rob! Hey, Megan! It's Big Rob!
I
couldn't
was freaking
stop.
out.
Yeah.
That was insane.
It's Big Rob for real, and that's no lie.
Yeah.
He got a bigger standing ovation than Jimmy Fallon did.
Yeah, which leads us into what the
Actual
actual fuck.
There's, what was it, like a 5-minute intermission?
It's like a 5-minute intermission, yeah.
And for some reason, the 5-minute intermission also had a 3-minute interlude of
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon karaoke.
Singing Mr. Brightside.
He came out and oh my god, I know that he's known as like
You guys
kind
ever
of
go
like
to karaoke with a drunk person?
like he's known like pretty much secretly as like an alcoholic. I feel like that's pretty common knowledge. He walked out on that stage and he was slurring.
I turned to Joe and I went,
So
"Is he
bad.
sloshed?"
He was also like kind of bent over halfway, like couldn't really stand up, and like he came out and he just literally all he was just like said was like, "Does anyone want to be a part of a really big karaoke?"
I
song?"
brought my
karaoke?
boombox.
Yeah, literally, and then just like put on Mr. Brightside and was just like jumping around.
But
It
even
was so
the
weird.
He could barely talk.
But even the photos that the Jonas Brothers like Instagram posted, he was like tongue out. I'm like, this is me after a night out.
He
Wow.
also after the song ended, he fell.
No, yeah, he fell over and it was really embarrassing.
Who was the guest the night before? Was it Jimmy Fallon as well?
I didn't hear
I don't
anything about
think
it.
there
Because I know in
was.
Boston they had like guests come out.
Yeah,
but it
they
was the
had,
people that sing the Planet of the Bass song.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving right along, more songs from the album: Americana, Summer in the Hamptons, Waffle House, Montana Sky, and Miracle.
Waffle House?
in the Hamptons.
Waffle House.
Guys,
We all had a Waffle House friendship bracelet. 'Cause
we
that
all
song
had
We
means
all
so much
did.
Waffle
to
House
the group.
bracelets.
Because we have a really, really deep connection to that song,
Yeah.
and it is probably the song of our friendship. Now that I think about
Because
it,
don't get stressed, it's going to get figured out.
Yes.
deep conversations at the Waffle House.
God, that song is ridiculous. I was listening to it at work today, like on a loop.
I had to give it the razzle dazzle.
I did. Yeah. So next we have Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. Literally the only one that I know from this album is Paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
He just touched all of my toes. she just grabbed my
Yeah.
toes. Because I'm sitting on my foot.
And then we have, a bit of a win, but also a bit of a loss, which was Nick Jonas singing "Jealous" solo.
Yes. Yes.
And let's get into why this was a little bit of a loss for us.
I can't explain just how sexy it is when Joe Jonas just like goes and falls on his
When Joe Jonas.
jealous.
When
Just
Joe
when Joe
Jonas.
Jonas.
Joe Jonas.
Just when Joe Jonas.
When Joe Jonas. I'm just gonna say it.
Like, I don't know if I want to be Sophie Turner or if I want to like murder Sophie Turner or if I want to like be in a threesome with Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It gives you all the feels.
It's just
Joe
like
Jonas.
something. Like, we like hyper fixated on this one video of Joe Jonas. I feel like we had to talk about it on the pod.
We have.
We definitely did.
We did.
I would be
And-
surprised if it was a panty dropper.
We literally
it was.
hyper fixated on one TikTok of Joe Jonas singing "Jealous," and these shows in New York were like the first shows of the tour. So we didn't know if they were gonna sing it, and we were just kind of counting on it. But it turns out that it was just Nick singing it solo, which really
Still
hurt.
sexy.
Still sexy,
Yes.
because at this point, that's when he came out wearing the snapback and the
Yes.
cutoff.
I swear, when he stepped out in the snapback and the cutoff tee, I swear every single person in that stadium went,
We
I
all
went,
like,
Yeah.
we all were like 13 and single again.
We were
Yeah.
all like, all hail Langdon.
Yeah.
All hail Langdon.
Yeah, like,
So-called free thinkers when Nick Jonas walks out in a snapback and a tank top.
hive mind is
like I
so
swear,
Langdon.
it like got quiet.
It
like the
did.
entire stadium went quiet.
gasps were gusped.
And
The gasp I gasped.
like I was literally like I swear I
mouth.
could yeah,
Thank
I was
God
like
we got
I
that
started
water during
drooling.
intermission.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then Cake by the Ocean.
Yeah.
A cute little Joe Jonas solo performance.
Which
it was
was
actually really
sick.
fun.
it was really good.
So good.
Yeah, and when he, I can't remember what he changed into, but he was wearing those glittery pants at first.
Yeah.
I think he was wearing a blue, something
like a
blue.
little jersey.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, when I just remembered that when Nick came out, was it Meghan or Nikki turned and went, "You got a license for that thing?"
I said that.
That's Megan.
God, that was so funny.
And then
The arms, he was arm.
Does he have a license for
the
that
arms
thing?
he was arming. Yeah.
There's one thing about us: we love arm,
We love arm.
love arm,
Love
love
it.
hand.
We love
Ugh.
hand, and we love a front row ticket to the gun show.
Yeah.
And I've always said
Begs
that.
the question, does Nick Jonas have a license for that thing?
Yeah.
Those things.
You know, he's
Those
got that.
things.
Always has that motherfucking thing on him.
Yeah.
He needs a permit for those guns.
But not
Yes.
a license.
Yes.
He needs both.
Yeah.
And then next up is, I can't believe this set list isn't over yet. Next up is songs from
Happiness begins.
Happiness Begins.
I
It escaped me for a second. I was really upset that they didn't do the entire song of Rollercoaster and that it was just in like the
Yeah.
mashup, because
Yeah.
that's like one of my favorite songs of all time. I don't know why. It's just so much fun. I just love screaming it. And it was so good. Like, the chorus is so good. And I've like always listened. I mean, like, Megan and I have such a special connection to when we listen to this album, because we listened to it for the first time when we were studying abroad. And
We each had a headphone in.
yeah, and I just like remember hearing that for the first time and being like, this song will go crazy live. And I didn't go to the first tour, so this was like my first time hearing it. And it went crazy live. So, loved Rollercoaster. Only Human was really good too. And Sucker. And we kind of left after Sucker because it was really crowded.
And thank God we did, because we already
Yeah.
barely made it
'Cause
onto
we
that
didn't.
train.
None of us really knew the last two songs.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh,
Yeah.
should
What
we
was the
just-
last two songs?
It was the one with
Oh
Marshmallow.
no, we stayed for Leave Before You Love Me.
Yeah.
Because I knew
And
that one.
Remember
And then
this.
it's the one that goes, dun, 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 remember this. Dun, 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 remember this.
You sound just like them.
Am I
Are
there
the
again?
Jonas Brothers in the room with us now?
Am I at
Yeah.
Yankee Stadium again?
Okay, everyone, close your eyes. Dun, 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 remember this.
Nick?
We're gonna remember this.
Oh my god, it was so funny. But yeah, that was an insane concert, worth every single penny.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think I could survive it again, truthfully.
It was so hot.
It was really
No
long.
more summer concerts.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but I saw TikToks. If I had seen them before, and if we had gotten there earlier, apparently if you went to like the box office, they didn't sell a bunch of the floor tickets. You could have like upgraded for like $25.
I wouldn't have survived. I needed that seat more than anything.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have survived.
Because I saw it the next day, and I was like, oh, that would have been fun, but like I liked having the seat. I enjoyed getting to sit.
I'm going to reiterate a point that Megan brought up. Normalize sitting down at concerts.
It's so nice, especially like if you're not like, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Jonas Brothers, but it's a 3-hour concert.
Yeah.
There were songs I didn't know. Normalize sitting down on the songs you don't know.
Yeah.
And if you see someone sitting at a concert, don't judge them. They're tired. They're putting their pussy into it.
There was also this woman who was like not in front of Nikki and I, but she was like to the side, and she kept vaping and blowing it back at us.
Yeah.
And it was me and Nikki just every so often.
And they had gone there the night before.
How do you know that?
Because when
They said, anyone? How do you know that? Because they were like, was anyone here last night?
Oh.
And that woman's like,
Her and her vape.
Yeah.
holding up her vape.
Also,
Yeah.
normalize not fucking hitting your vape every 2 minutes. Holy shit, that was so insufferable.
What if it was an indoor concert?
It was also just so hot and so humid that like
I didn't need the cotton candy wafting.
I
up.
was sweating enough without that fucking like vape smoke hitting me.
I just know she's a Kevin girl. I just know it.
No, I feel like she'd be a Nick girl. Because I feel like Kevin girls are like
A little grimy. Lesbians.
I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was like, oh, so you saw Nick Jonas? I was like, yeah. She's like, he's the cutest one in the band. And I said, no, it's Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
So then I
Obviously.
saw TikTok, and I sent it to her, and she goes, I still think Nick is.
Interesting.
I mean, I was a Nick girl growing up.
I was
I've
always a Joe girl.
I was
or-
always a Joe girl.
I was such a. It's that curly hair. I was such a Nick girl. Like,
When Joe Jonas looked like he came out of an anime. With
yeah, with his pinned straight
Rock.
hair.
But I feel like I went through eras. Like I was a Joe girl, and then I was a Nick girl, and then I was a Joe girl, and then when they came back, I was like, Kevin.
It's not that I was never not a Joe girl. It's that I was like more of a Nick girl. And similar to a certain book series featuring two brothers that you might all know very well, that I'm feral for one of them. Similar to that, where I am not anti one brother, but I'm just pro
Another.
the other brother.
You have a lot of love in your heart.
Yeah. And
You're
one thing
such a
about me
lover.
is like I'm not going to pit brothers against each other. Both can be equally hot, just in different ways.
Oh, this situation has definitely happened to Joe and Nick before.
You think so?
Oh, 100%. This has definitely happened because they're so close in age too. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Kevin is like older.
Well,
Like
Kevin met his wife like on vacation, like
when they were.
kind of as soon as the Jonas Brothers were hitting it off.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So he's always. Did you ever watch the? I don't know if we can talk about this.
What?
The
Jonas Brothers documentary.
I watched it, yeah.
Me and my mom watched it, and we were just like, oh, "Poor Kevin." She's like, "That's like fucked up."
I watched
She's
it in the flat in London.
I never watched it.
like, "We need to watch it." But yeah,
Yeah.
you just feel so bad for Kevin. My mom's like, "They should buy him something." He
I'm sure he has enough money.
I know, but like that was so mean of them. So mean.
Well, I don't know what happened.
The band broke up. Nick broke up the band, and then Nick and Joe were both doing a solo act. So they were at the Radio Disney Music Awards, and Kevin was like, I'm not gonna go, like the band's broken up, like nothing with the Jonas Brothers. And Nick and Joe came out and performed Jonas Brothers songs.
That's really fucked up.
And then they had the audacity to get mad for Kevin for accepting a reality show deal.
Yeah.
Married to Jonas.
And I was sad every Sunday when that was airing.
Remember when Danielle got into a car accident? That's the only episode I remember.
I never watched a single episode of that. There were 2 seasons, weren't there?
Yeah.
Damn.
Can we talk about this?
It's the past.
It happened
Okay.
before the strike.
And it's reality TV. That's
Old
yeah.
news.
Yeah, it has no writers or actors involved.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's reality.
It's just Kevin Jonas and his
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah. And he was like a realtor. She was, I think, a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Kevin Jonas was a realtor?
I thought he was an architect.
No, I think he was a realtor, or he
What?
was like building and selling houses.
That
Oh my
that
God,
kind of
Snooki
sounds
and
familiar.
her husband had a reality show doing that where they built and flipped houses.
Who?
Snooki from the Jersey Shore. And
Gianni.
Mm-hmm.
They had a reality show and they bought and flipped houses.
Awesome.
Didn't know that.
Yep. It was pretty good.
I didn't watch that one. I wasn't sad for that.
Anyways, I feel like that's all I have to say about the Jonas Brothers. I mean, I could
Yeah.
go on for hours, but
Amazing concert. Like I said, I knew I liked them, but I didn't realize how big of a fan I was until I was at the concert and I knew almost every single song.
You're a
So
JoJo girl.
huge night for me.
yeah,
Huge night for me.
yeah.
It was an experience. I said it. I went 10 out of 10 recommend having the worst weekend of your life and ending it with the Jonas Brothers.
That wasn't the worst weekend of my life. It's like adjacent to the one that was in my top 3, but it was a great experience then going to see the Jonas Brothers because it's just what I needed.
It's literally just what I needed.
Just what I
Just what the
needed.
doctor ordered.
And the chicken fingers.
Oh,
So
Yankee
good.
Stadium chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers. And you're gonna catch us back at Yankee Stadium recreating that picture of the Sex and the City women soon. I don't know when,
But soon.
but soon. We'll be
We
back
keep
there.
threatening to take group photos and then never do.
Threatening. It'll happen.
It's fine. It'll
Soon.
happen.
Madonna stuns in new selfie.
I don't get it.
Oh, God. Of course you don't.
Yeah, you got me there.
Anytime Madonna takes a photo of herself, the Pop Crave account on Twitter, no matter what the photo of Madonna,
And usually it's
lately
not a
she's
good
looking
one.
like an alien, and it's like the caption is always Madonna, stuns
stuns
in
in
new
new
selfie,
selfie.
and it's always Madonna looking like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been a worse photo of Madonna.
Aw, isn't she dating like a 21-year-old?
Probably.
Who knows?
Oh,
But she's stunning in a new selfie.
yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we'll take a break. Joe, say goodbye.
Bye. I have to go hang out with a work
we're killing
friend.
her.
It's her turn to die.
We finally got rid of Joe.
And
Good
we are back.
riddance.
We are back.
We committed murder.
We did commit murder, and we are back as a threesome. So
Are we gonna have sex after this?
yeah,
We're gonna go
scissor.
scissor on the couch.
Yeah, we are. Anyways,
Moving on.
moving right along.
Getting back to the hard-hitting topics.
Yeah, what do we want to segue into next?
Can you do panty dropper?
I
Panty
just
dropper.
licked my mic on accident.
Me.
Yeah. Panty dropper of the week. Let's go. Okay, so this panty dropper of the week, like, I don't really know where you guys stand on this because we haven't really talked about this yet, but, like, there's been, like, 2 or 3 instances in the last couple months where, like, I've been in the passenger seat of a man and I'm just, like, feeling things.
It's an experience.
Because here's the thing, guys. Like, I don't have my driver's license. And when I was in high school, like, I needed to be driven around. I was driven around a little bit by my high school boyfriend, but, like, you know, so I kind of got a little bit of a taste of it then. But, like, when I moved to the city, I'm, like, never in a car with a guy. And, like, I forget. And then, like, the past couple months, like, it's happened a couple times, and I'm just, like, staring at them in the driver's seat, and it's just, like, I feel like I'm dying in a good way. And it's also, like, the control thing, but there's another layer because it's, like, I'm so passenger princess right now, and, like, you are in complete control because I have no idea how to drive this car. Like, what is that?
And
Do you
you're
guys
so true
do you know
for
what
that.
do you know what I'm saying?
For
Like, why is
sure.
it so hot to watch a guy drive?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it is so fucking hot.
It's so hot.
I'm thinking of specifically 2 people.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you have a crush on someone and they're just driving you, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yeah.
May I
Yeah.
speak freely?
Yes.
I've never been in a car like alone with a guy where he's driving me.
What about like any guy like our age, like besides your brother?
I've never had romantic feelings for a guy that's driving me around in a car.
That's
It doesn't
a
even have
lie.
to be romantic. It's the same thing as having a sex dream about someone.
Oh yeah.
Such a lie.
What?
Redacted drove her home.
I was driven home by Redacted after we had sex.
He drove you home?
He drove me home. I forgot. See, that's how insignificant it was. But I don't even remember.
Whoa.
He did drive me home.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
That is crazy. I didn't know that.
Damn. Okay, I take it back. I have been driven home by a guy that I have a crush on.
But it's just yeah.
Had a crush on.
Had.
I let him go today.
You did let him go today.
Mm-hmm.
Couple years later. Yeah.
It's been one.
1 year ago, we let him go. But yeah, I just needed to talk about that because, like, there's been other instances where I'm in the car with, like, maybe someone who's, like, my age, but, like, not necessarily someone I'm attracted to. But, like, anytime I'm, like, in the passenger seat of a guy who's driving, I'm just immediately like, oh my God, this feels so boyfriend.
Well, it's like
Because, like, I don't have that, like, nowadays,
Yeah.
living in the city. And, like, I barely had it in high school.
Mhm.
And when I did, it was my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, anytime.
It's still boyfriend. It's
I-
boyfriend code.
yeah.
It's
for you.
boyfriend coded every time I get in the passenger seat and a guy's driving, except, like, my family members. I'm like, oh, this is so boyfriend. Even if I don't have a crush on them, I'm like, oh my God, boyfriend.
Well,
It's just like having a sex dream about someone.
Yeah. Well, it's like when Ryan Reynolds turned the boat around.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's
It's the
them-
science of turning the boat
Yeah.
around.
It's the science of turning the boat around because they're in the way they're turning the car around.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes.
just like if
Yeah.
you're lucky.
if you're lucky, he'll
If you're
turn the
lucky,
car
he'll
around.
turn
No.
the car around.
Because I have so they're like kind of like slouched.
Oh,
It's like the
come
lean,
on.
like
no,
their arms, like it's the hands, like it's just everything.
Are you ready
I'm
for
gonna have
this?
to take more notes.
Are you ready? What?
I'm apparently gonna have to take more
Oh,
notes when
yeah.
I ride in cars with
No,
boys.
ready
Yeah.
for this. This is what really gets me. I'm getting really,
Hot and
really
heavy.
hot and heavy right now.
Yeah.
When they put their hand on the passenger
do the
seat
reverse.
headrest
To reverse.
guys,
Oh.
guys,
Yeah.
girls,
Jen.
gays, theys,
They them
Oh.
Biscuit Factory.
like
It's an experience.
that's crazy and should not be allowed.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, it's really the reverse thing that gets me because they're kind of like flexed, like their arms like tense, flexed a little bit. Yeah. Anyways,
Literally.
So-called free thinkers when he turns the car around.
when he literally turns the car around, when
Oh,
he puts it in
hail
reverse,
plankton.
Terry.
yeah.
When he puts that car in reverse,
Literally all men need to do is just look hot and sexy while driving.
literally like put the window down a little bit, wear sunglasses, please,
Backwards hat.
and have a shirt that's gonna like what's
Flop
this
in the
called?
wind?
Flop in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I need in a good song.
Mm.
That's all I need. Anyways, sorry for getting a little carried away there, guys.
Oh, that is such a good panty dropper.
It is.
It literally has dropped my panties.
It. And you know what? Me too. Me too. But I just feel like it's a little underrated and something that I don't normally think about because I'm like never in a car and living in the city. So, yeah.
When you
Anyways.
come to Long Island, I'll drive you around all you want.
Aw, you'll drop my panties.
I'll
any
make
day.
sure I'm in a shirt that flops in the
Hell
wind.
yeah. Hell yeah.
No, we need to do that soon. Is go to Long Island and we can just like drive.
We have to get you on the Long Island Dairy Queen.
Oh my
We
God.
have to get you inside the Long Island
Wait,
Dairy
no, I
Queen.
want to go to Ralph's.
Okay.
Oh my God, they just opened one around the corner from here.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ralph's is only open for like another few weeks.
Well, I think it's permanent at the Papaya Dog now. Is that the Papaya Dog across from Washington Square Diner?
Wow.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's like the Ralph's?
Mm-hmm. You gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can go after
That's
this.
insane.
We'll get a sweet treat.
My first Ralph's.
Wow.
Yay.
Don't expect too much.
No, I'm excited. Anyways, Penny Riser.
Spears is divorcing from her husband, who's apparently like a sleazeball.
Oh yeah, but he divorced her.
Well, he's a sleazeball, and I'm happy
Yeah.
she's getting out of the terrible situation.
Yeah, but also, do you think that means like she actually is dead?
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Tell us about a conspiracy theory.
All right.
Apparently
Lay it on
she's
me.
dead.
There's a conspiracy theory that Britney Spears is dead because there's been a few videos of her that she's posted that it looks like a mask. Like, and it like glitches weird, and like the face kind of looks like Jamie Lynn.
It looks like a deep fake that someone like
Yeah.
put Britney Spears' face on.
I can get into this.
So everyone thinks that she's dead, and
Because like apparently like the deep fakes that she's been posting, she has like a pretty big teeth gap, and someone's like, if you look at videos she posted 2 years ago, she doesn't have that big of a teeth gap, and there's no way that would have like just happened overnight.
yeah.
So that's really at the forefront of
Oh, I'm getting into this.
Britney Spears being a deep fake.
Yeah, so everyone thinks Jamie Lynn is like doing the videos, and they're kind of like superimposing Britney Spears over Jamie Lynn.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, like, what do you think it's for? Just money and greed?
I don't know.
Because everyone's saying like apparently she's still under the conservatorship and nothing really changed. So they're just doing that to show that she's okay when she's not, possibly.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah. I feel so
That
bad for
is a
Britney Spears.
pantyriser. Yeah. I just love watching her little dance videos when I see them on Twitter.
Have you noticed that they've been a little different?
I haven't noticed.
There is
but
kind of a different vibe than they had like 2 years ago when she started doing them.
interesting.
So everyone's like, is this Jamie Lynn? Is this...
Because no one's got the moves like Britney.
Nope.
No one can twirl it like her.
And, like,
sports
everyone's,
bra
like,
on the
looking at her
shortest
captions.
she's ever
Short-
worn.
yeah.
shorts, teeniest, tiniest little piece of clothing you've ever
Yeah.
seen. The most low-waisted that it gets.
Yeah.
And a full coverage sports bra.
Mm-hmm. Of
And-
Britney.
Her hair,
Mm-hmm.
usually up.
High pony.
High pony.
Mhm.
Extensions out.
Oh, yeah.
High pony to the heavens. I miss her.
Yes.
And also, like, her captions are a little different.
Oh, with the emojis and, yeah. Classic Britney.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope she's all right and she's safe.
Yeah. We love her. Stand with her always.
Peace, love, Britney.
Yeah. Thinking of the Britney Glee episode.
That was a good episode.
I didn't watch Glee.
We're going to have to... We can't talk about this, but... Oh, yes, we can. This was in the past.
And that's what I missed on Glee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we were watching clips like 2 Fridays ago whenever we were doing it, and we went down a Glee rabbit hole, I was like,
so good.
I feel like I could get into this show.
It's so good.
I know.
Is
I
it on
haven't-
anything? Didn't they take it off Netflix?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu.
I have Hulu.
Yeah, God,
I'd restart Glee.
I love Glee.
I was obsessed with Glee. Every year, my mom gets me and my brother an ornament for our tree.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you have a Glee one?
I do.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I don't put it up anymore, but every
Okay,
year.
fake leak.
You're a fake Glee. You should bring it here. Give it to me for my Hanukkah bush.
I should. I'll bring it here.
Okay.
I'll find
You have a Hanukkah bush?
No, but I'll get one for a Glee ornament.
Well, you can.
That's so fun. You should take back having a tree in your home.
Okay.
Have you never had a tree and now you don't?
No, I've never had a tree.
She's
I'm Jewish.
That's true.
Yeah, I've never had a tree.
Have you ever decorated a tree?
I've decorated my grandma's a couple times, but like,
Hanukkah bush.
yeah,
You
my
should start
God.
that.
yeah, I will.
Take it back.
Yeah.
I'm taking it back.
You guys deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Us
had
Jews?
we've had a hold on the tree in your home for too long, and it's
Mhm.
time we share the wealth.
Yeah. All right. Well, add that to the calendar for this December.
Alrighty.
We'll decorate it together. Maybe we can hand make some ornaments
Okay.
with like pictures of us on it,
Aww.
like a friendship bush
Yeah.
that happens to be around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be so much
A
fun.
non-denominational friendship bush.
Yeah, nothing weird about that. Nothing weird about it.
Yeah.
But
Just a big, fat, juicy bush.
mm-hmm.
The bigger, the juicier, the better the bush.
You've always said that. Yeah. But anyways,
Episode title, Big Fat Juicy Friendship Bush.
yes. Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Oh my god, you two said that in sync.
Wow.
I don't think I mentioned last week that I was going to Six Flags
You
this
didn't.
past
Yeah,
weekend.
You didn't.
Well,
Mm-mm.
probably because I wasn't very excited for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say mainly because I don't think you thought you were going.
I don't think Rachel listens, so I can say whatever I want.
Slay.
I wasn't very excited to go. Just because it was going to be hot, and I kind of wanted to go to the beach. And then I went because I'm a good friend, and I haven't seen Rachel in a while.
Mhm.
So I wanted to go, and I wanted to see her, so we went. So we're there. It's kind of warm. It's whatever. It's just the day. It's Six Flags. Shockingly, there's not really any lines. So we go on
Oh,
probably like
nice.
2 or 3 rides. By the
Mhm.
way, I love roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get enough of them. I was so scared I was going to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like roller coasters?
I can vibe with a roller coaster in the dark.
Do you like roller coasters?
I do, but I get so like excited when I go to amusement parks.
Is that why you throw up?
I don't throw up. I get so
I
dehydrated.
feel like it's so excited she throws up.
No, I get so excited, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw up. So then I don't eat or drink anything, and then I get really dehydrated, and then I get nauseous, and then I have to take a little nap on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor's on a bench at Six Flags, just like absolutely passed
Having
out.
a special moment.
And literally, someone usually is like, it's usually my mom when I go with her. She's like fanning me. And then,
Aww. Like me after kickball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but while I was there, before I went, I was like, I haven't been on a roller coaster since like 2019. I was like, what if I'm scared of them now?
Mm-hmm.
That was a real fear of mine.
Yeah, that's fair.
So then we went on the first one, and it was fine. So love roller coasters still. They have my heart. I would love to go on another one sometime
Slay.
soon. Maybe not Six Flags, but I'd love to go somewhere else on a roller
No, can
coaster.
we go to Six Flags Fright Fest?
No,
Oh.
will not be partaking.
Why?
Oh, actually, wait. I have a really funny story that is relating to amusement
Roller coasters?
parks. This is really funny. You guys are gonna fucking laugh. So
Is it from your senior trip to Disney?
no, it isn't actually. It's there's a really like cute small theme park in Pittsburgh called Kennywood. For all my
Dutch Wonderland.
No, different park in often
Knoebels?
confused with Hershey Park.
Do you live by Hershey?
No,
Oh.
Hershey's like Central PA. But for all my southwestern PA girlies out there, Kennywood is like where, you know, you would always take like class trips and stuff, and they have like a huge fright night thing. And I was supposed to go with this kid that I knew had a crush on me. We were in like 8th grade, I think, or maybe 9th grade, and it was like him and my brother were really good friends, and that's how like I kind of knew him, but also we were in the same grade, so like, you know what I mean? I knew he liked me, and I didn't really like him, and he had asked me to go to Fright Night with like him and his brother, and his brother's girlfriend was like gonna drive us, and I said no, like sorry, I can't, like blah 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 blah, whatever excuse I gave, but I somehow like ended up going that same night anyways, and which is weird. I can't really remember
So
how this all
me.
happened, but you know, like those rides that are like the pirate ship, and you like swing back and forth, and there's like 2 sides. There's like one side that faces this way,
Yeah.
and there's another side that faces like
Were you
they're
two
facing each other.
Could have kissed.
When I tell you, like, I got on this ride, sat down, and him and his brother are right in front of me.
And you
I
had
was
told him you couldn't go.
Mortified. I told him that I couldn't go for whatever reason. I was mortified. Like, of course that fucking happens.
Of course it
Hey,
would.
Out of all the rides, you two both happened to go on the pirate ship
At
at
the
same
same
time.
at the same goddamn time, and I didn't see him like get bored on it, you know, like go on. I didn't anything. I just sat down, and he was like right there, like out of the whole goddamn theme park. Anyways, ended up having a crush on him another time.
Came back to bite you.
It did. We went to a dance together in high school,
So it worked
and
out.
then no.
Oh.
Then I switched to a different school, and then I had a huge crush on him, and then we both went to summer camp, and during that summer camp, I was like, oh, I am like so ready to like be in a relationship with him, and then he comes back from summer camp with a girlfriend, so that
They
was
always
cool.
do.
That was cool. And then we saw I think we've seen each other a couple times since we went to college, but like nothing's ever happened. Anyways,
Shout out
Do you still have a crush on him?
Pirate Boy.
I do. I'll always have a little bit of a crush on him. He's so polar. I went to a very, very preppy school.
Screwed him over?
Yeah, I screwed him over for years. And the second that I wanted him, he wasn't there. We also shared a hairdresser. And that's how we would like communicate and gossip most of the time. Like when all of this turmoil thing was happening and I was really upset that he was dating this other girl, we were straight up communicating through our hairdresser. And I would go get my hair done and she would be like, Nikki, I know you're feeling upset and trust me, he feels so bad, but believe me, he's addicted to Ritalin and he's going to cheat on you like his dad cheated on his wife. Don't worry about him. Like, it was insane. So,
Hairdressers always have the best tea.
oh my God, so much gossip. But yeah, so anyways, if he walked in this room right now, probably have a couple things to say to him.
Jump his bones.
Yeah. Anyways.
Moving back to Megan. Got
Sorry,
stuck
yeah.
on a ride.
Sorry, yes.
I don't even know where I was. Well, I asked you guys if you like roller coasters.
Yeah.
Because I had the epiphany that I absolutely love them, can't get enough. So then we had gone on a couple rides. There weren't really any lines for anything. Finally, we went on one of the roller coasters, which was probably the one that scared me the most because it's one of the ones that doesn't like put the harness over you. It's just in front of you. So when you're going down, you kind of get that feeling. Exactly.
Yeah.
So then I was like, whatever. Everyone's going on the ride. I'm going on the ride. As we're online, it starts to like drizzle a little bit. And I was fully welcoming it due to the fact that I was dripping sweat at this point. So I said, fine, perfect, great.
It's like those little misters.
Yeah. It was like it was like a little mister. So we just kind of
a little mister.
You mister.
You little mister.
It was like a little gentleman.
Yeah, a distinguished
Yeah.
gentleman.
So then finally we're up next for the ride. The one coaster's taking like a while to like unload. It starts pouring out. And we're like, okay, whatever. They let that one car go. And then we're next, so we get in the car. And we're like, okay, I guess the ride's running in the rain. Awesome. We get on it. It's absolutely pouring. You ever been on a roller coaster in the rain?
No.
It feels like glass shards are flying into your
Which
eye.
roller coaster was this?
Nitro?
Is that the blue and the white one?
The blue and the yellow one?
Is that the one by the water ride?
Yes.
That one goes really fast.
Yes, and the rain is coming at your eyes. You can't even open them
God.
because it's literally just like stabbing needles in your eyes. So you're just riding it like this because it's pouring. So then we're going. We've already gone through most of the loop-de-loops, and it was just kind of the last leg where you go like down, up, down, up, down, up, like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
But there's like a little plateau before you do that. So then the ride's going. It stops, and I'm like, can't open my eyes. So I'm thinking we're at the exit.
You're waiting for the...
Open my eyes. We're in the middle of the goddamn roller coaster.
Oh my God.
It's pouring out.
But imagine if that happened on King Dakar.
Well, that wouldn't have happened on King Dakar.
But imagine if it did.
Well, King Dakar just goes like
Or like
up.
the
Have you
Superman-
seen videos of it where it tries to go up and it doesn't make
And then
it
it has
and
to
falls
come back down?
That's happened to me before when I've been on it. Or,
Can't believe you've been on that.
I love King Dakar.
Whoa. That's insane.
That's why she has to take a nap afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
I've
never been
imagine
to
if
Six
you were on
Flags.
Superman, like you were just hanging for an hour.
Yeah, because that roller coaster you ride on your chest.
Oh, I've seen. Yes, I've seen videos of it, but I've never been on it.
It's not fun.
But so we're just sitting there, and I'm like, oh my God, get me off of this ride. After about probably like 20 minutes, a worker comes up and he goes, we're fixing the issue. Don't worry.
God.
And I'm like, can't we just like walk? Like, how'd you get here? Can you let me out?
Was he like? Yeah,
He
explain
walked
that.
over.
Yeah.
But like, were you guys like ground level?
No, I don't actually know where
So was
came
he like
from.
floating? I'm confused.
Because we were on the plateau, so the plateau had like
Did he
little
walk the
sides.
ride?
I don't know where he came from. He just appeared eventually and said, "We're working on it." And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
"Where'd you come from? Can't we just follow you?
Yeah, because
Click me out of this thing."
yeah,
Oh
because
my
they
God.
have to manually unclick every single person.
Wow.
Well-
In all seriousness, I would have a panic attack like probably 7 minutes into all of this.
Luckily, it was raining, so
Yeah.
like, I'd
You weren't
rather
gonna
it be
get
raining than
sunburnt.
like the sun was beating on me, and I'm just sitting there like dripping sweat with like no end in sight.
Yeah.
So then we eventually, probably about after an hour, it moves and we ride into the station, and I was with my friend Rachel. Her sister was next in line. They didn't go on the same like coaster as us. So we come into the station, everyone's clapping and cheering. I was like, what did we do?
It's like you just came home from war.
I just sat in the rain. And her sister's mouthing, she's like, what happened? And we're like, I don't know. So we got off the ride, and then we went and got lunch, absolutely soaking wet. Never been wetter in my whole life.
Never been wet.
So wet.
And then, and then I was like, oh, okay, awesome. We kind of, like, this happened to us. I was like, we're probably going to leave soon. Stayed the whole day. Closed out the place.
Oh my God. You're brave,
They were
Megan.
practically kicking us out. We were there so
Megan,
late.
you are brave.
And that was like the 4th ride we went on that day. I was like, okay, we'll get lunch and maybe we'll ride a couple more rides, but everyone's like a little miserable because they're wet. And then we'll head out of here.
Ooh.
That did not happen.
We're there until 9:30.
Holy shit. That's a long-ass day.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember because I was debating on going out or not for the night. Like, and my mom was like, have Megan go with you. And she's like, she's probably home by now. And it was at this point like 10 o'clock. And I went, she's still at the...
Probably still in New Jersey at that point.
I went, she's still at a Six Flags. My mom was like, oh, fuck.
How long does it take to get to Six Flags from here?
Like 2?
2 hours?
Oh, shit.
On the
So
way
you
home,
didn't
it was
get home
quicker
right
because
away.
there was no traffic. But on the way there was traffic. So it took like just about 2 hours on the way home. I think if there's no traffic, it could be like an
Wow.
hour 30, hour 40.
Wow.
And I was going to Long Island, not even the city.
Wow.
Because unbeknownst to me, my parents went away. And I had to now watch my dog. I was now in charge of Bailey.
Yeah. But that reminds me of getting stuck because I saw a TikTok and of this mom. This isn't my TikTok of the week, but it can be.
Okay, wait.
Taylor's TikTok of the week. Taylor's TikTok of the week. She's watching TikToks left and right. It's Taylor's TikTok of the week.
Taylor's TikTok of the week. So I saw this TikTok and it was of a mom and
I love that song.
and they got stuck on a flight for, I want to say it was like 5 or 6 hours.
Like in the air on the tarmac.
No, on the tarmac. And her baby got so overheated, he got heat stroke.
Grow up.
And I was like, everyone was freaking out. Then I saw another video and it was this lady and everyone was like, when a Karen like is right. And she was like, we were on that plane for 3 hours. No one gave water. Some girl passed out because she had a panic attack. There was someone who had a sugar diabetic issue.
Yeah.
They would not give them a snack. Like
If
they
I
almost
was
passed
on
out.
just like the tarmac for more than like an hour and a half, I'd start pulling the lady, being like, that motherfucker back there's not real, and put myself on a no-fly list just to get myself off that
I
goddamn
literally
plane.
was thinking about it. I would literally freak the fuck out. I'd be like, I'm taking one from the team. Arrest me right now. Arrest me.
Literally.
I have a bomb.
No.
Literally.
I have a gun.
It happened like that happened to you recently where you were waiting. It just happened to me this weekend when I was flying, and on my way home, as I had previously mentioned, did not sleep the night of flying. So I was like hungover, but didn't even have a chance to be hungover because I didn't sleep. So I was just like sick and feeling weird. And I was like, okay, like it's a 2.5 hour flight. Like I can totally get through this with peppermint oil, water, and deep breaths. So
It's like a haiku.
yes. And I literally was fucking waiting on the tarmac for like 45 minutes. And I was texting my friend. And I just kept saying like, oh, I think we're leaving now. Like going on airplane mode. Bye. And then I would just come back 3 minutes later. Oh, we're still here. Or we would literally just like cruise for like 15 feet and then stop again. I'm like, what are we doing here? And I just
Like
hate
left the gate.
Yes, just like cruising around on the tarmac.
What's
and
the
like,
point?
What's the point?
Yeah.
And like, I get it. Like, sometimes there's issues where you probably can't explain them to the normal person. But like, just give us an update. Like, if we're waiting on like in taxi or whatever for like more than 10 minutes, let us know. Yeah. Give us a heads up. Literally, just even lie. Just say like,
like,
there's
traffic.
10, there's 10 planes ahead of us. Like, we're gonna be leaving in 15 minutes. Great. I'm gonna turn my phone back on and text.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, someone at work, their fiance went to Paris for his bachelor party and
Okay.
yeah. And
Keep talking.
Anyway, so he went to Paris, blah, blah, blah. He was supposed to come home last night. He was stuck on the tarmac for 3 hours, and then they deboarded the plane and canceled the flight.
That's my worst nightmare.
But she was telling me, and she was like, yeah, like they turned the plane off and like turned
the
off
plane around
and turned the plane on. Like they were like,
when he turns the plane around.
yeah, they kept turning the plane on and off, and I was like, that's like kind of scary.
That's really scary.
Well, that was like how I was sitting on we were still at the gate, luckily, because once you're out of the gate, then there's like almost no going back or like deboarding. So then we were just kind of sitting there, and after an hour, they were like, okay, we're getting ready to go. And then after about another 20 minutes, they were like, actually, we're out of gas.
Oh my god.
We're deboarding.
Wonder why, bitch.
Yeah. I was like, why are we on here? Like, is there no gauge?
Yeah.
A car has a gauge of where you are with gas.
Well, I don't know.
And then they had the issue where they were like, oh, we put too much gas in. We actually have to take it out. And I was like, what do you mean you put too much gas in?
That was a lie.
Why are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I can't do that to a car.
You'd think it
There's a
click
clicker.
off.
It clicks off. When he turns the plane around. Fuck. That's the final boss, by the way, of like a guy turning something around.
The plane around?
It's him turning a
pilot.
plane around.
Yeah, pilot is sexy.
What about a cruise ship?
That uniform. Turning the cruise ship around.
When he turns the cruise ship around.
A yacht.
What was I gonna say?
That's like the level before pilot.
Oh, is this JoJo's story as well, where she was on her high school trip to Italy and this lady, one of her teachers, like went to sleep for like 8 hours and they woke up and they were still on the tarmac. They hadn't left yet.
Oh my
Like she had like a full night's sleep and she was like ready to it's JoJo's story, but I don't know if it happened to her or just like someone she knew, but she was like, my teacher literally had like a full night's rest. Like she woke up ready to be in Italy and they were still on the tarmac at JFK.
That's insane.
Yeah. I'd kill myself.
I would literally kill myself. If I would have to take one for the team.
If I woke up with a full night of sleep.
Yeah. And you have not moved an inch.
Well, isn't that that's I think a Modern Family episode is they took like sleeping pills before they went, and then right before they were like knocked out, they were like, hey guys, we're deboarding. So then they took something to wake them up, and then it was like 5 hours later they were in the wrong city. They had like tattoos, like they didn't know where they were.
That's funny.
When we went to where the fuck did I go? Oh, Ireland. Jack took about like a handful of melatonin and said, I'm knocking out for the whole flight. But it'd be funny if he had a full night's rest. And I was like, hey, by the way,
Oh, we're still in New York.
we're still at JFK.
Oh my god.
No, but if I was on the tarmac for more than
Even if it was
2
like a flight
hours
to Florida, and cause usually I end up doing like an early morning flight, and I'll just pass out immediately. If I woke up after what I felt was 2 hours, and I was still on the tarmac of wherever I was, and
I'd
not where I thought
freak
I
the
would
fuck
be,
out.
Yep.
I'd start crying.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah,
Like,
if
I wasn't falling asleep when I was waiting for my plane, but I was in a weird, like, hazy, hungover state. And we just weren't moving, and yeah, it was not good.
But yeah, if I was on volunteer as tribute, I would be arrested.
For sure.
I would deboard the plane.
I'd be
can
like, drive
deboard the
everywhere
plane.
for the rest of my life.
Deboard the plane. I had a vision, please. That motherfucker back there's not real. I'd do that.
Yeah.
She got that plane deboarded.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'd get put on a no-fly list.
And you've always said that.
But you'd be a hero.
You would be an American hero.
Like that woman.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for listening if you made it this far.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Apple Music or Spotify or any other podcast platform, make sure to like us and rate us 5 stars. We'd really appreciate it. And any socials are linked down below. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.